Now, if someone told you that you need to train your curls with heat training, would you do it? Well, let me tell you, heat training is damage. You can't train your curls with heat. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, Karen with Curl House. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, a certified trichologist, and the owner of the fabulous Curl House collection of products. And I help women to grow and heal their hair from the inside out. And today we are going to talk about this heat training. So recently I was talking to a family member and she told me that she was told that she needs to train her hair with heat. I thought, what in the world? What is that? So essentially, it's over time, when you blow your hair out or when you get a silk press, you are training your curls to stay straight. Yeah, I thought, no, let me tell you, that is damage. You are damaging your hair. So essentially, hair is hair. Hair is not a muscle. You can't train it to stay straight, but what you can do, you can apply too much heat and you can permanently alter your curl pattern. And when you permanently alter your curl pattern, you are breaking down the structure of your hair. And when you break down the structure of your hair over time, that is what damages your hair. So hair is built from protein, and inside each hair strand, there are chemical bonds that help to give it its shape. There is salt bonds, hydrogen bonds, and disulfide bonds. Hydrogen bonds and salt bonds are temporary and they are easily broken with water. So that's why when you wet your hair, you wash out your hairstyle, you retwist it with water, it dries, you untwist it, and you have that wavy shape. They're easily broken with water. Now, disulfide bonds is a little different. Those are the permanent bonds. They're the bonds that actually give your hair its shape. So when you are using, for example, too much heat, particularly from a flat iron, you are breaking down the disulfide bonds. And remember, those bonds are permanent. So you are permanently breaking down the disulfide bond. And because that bond is what gives your natural hair its curl, when you break them down, your curl starts to get looser. So first, it damages the cuticle layer. The cuticle layer is the outer layer of the hair. It's the protective layer. It protects the inner layer, which is the cortex layer. So those high flat irons, repeated use of that high flat iron will break down that outer structure cuticle layer of your hair. So remember, the cuticle layer is protection. And when it cracks, when your hair no longer has that protection, then that leads to moisture escape, the protein weakens, and the internal bonds destabilize. And that is why if you are someone who is constantly flat ironing your hair, then over time, you are damaging your hair and you are weakening your hair. So when I heard about this heat training, I thought, oh my gosh, this is horrible. Are people doing this? There are women who are transitioning to natural hair, and the only thing that they are doing is doing a blowout. I do not recommend that at all. So when I say a blowout, some of you might say a silk press. It's pretty much all the same. Flat ironing your hair. You're transitioning to your natural hair, and the only thing you do is flat iron it. And you try to make your natural curly hair match your relaxed hair. You don't want to do that. You don't want your naturally curly hair to match your relaxed hair, because over time you are weakening your hair shaft. So when you fully transition to your natural hair, you cut off all the relaxed hair, then you still won't be able to wear your hair in its curly state because you have damaged the natural hair. And you're not looking at your natural curly texture because you have broken down the bonds of your hair, weakening your hair shaft. And even if you're all natural and you're flat ironing your hair, I'm not saying don't flat iron your hair. We are at the end of the winter season. People typically will do blowouts or flat iron their hair throughout the winter season. I'm not saying do that, but I'm saying do it in moderation. Don't do it all the time. No. if you are natural and if you decide to solely wear your hair straight, your curls may not revert. You may notice that your curls are getting looser. You may notice when you do your 2-strand twist, you got to put a rod at the end to keep the hair from unraveling. That is hair damage. You have compromised the structure of your hair. That's not training. So I'm going to give you a few tips, things that you can do if you are a natural or if you're transitioning to natural and you want to blow your hair out. I'm gonna give you a few tips that you can do to help prevent heat damage and preserve the integrity of your curls. First things first, if you're going to do a blowout, I suggest that you get a protein treatment before you put the heat on your hair. So do a protein treatment first before you flat iron your hair. And then the next tip is, if you're flat ironing it, keep the temperature low. I recommend don't go over 400. Any texture should be able to get relatively straight at a temperature of 400 on your flat iron. If your hair is fine, you can even do it at 390, but don't go over 400. And then when you're flat ironing your hair, limit the number of passes. So that means limit the number of times that you take your flat iron at your root and pull it down. 1 pass or 2 max. And also, if you go to the hair salon to get your hair flat ironed and your stylist does it fabulously, and then you come home every day or every other day, you got to hit it a little bit. You got to hit the front. You got to redo the top. That's more passes, and that's what leads to this heat damage or this relaxed curls. That is why I see so many times when people do a lot of blowouts that they will, I see a lot of heat damage or relaxed curls in the front, because people will go home and re-flat iron the front of their hair because the front is what you see. So don't do that either. Let your hairstylist do his or her job. Flat iron the hair once and then wrap it up properly. Don't keep touching it up midweek, because that too is what leads to heat damage. And then also, you want to limit the number of times that you flat iron your hair, period. I don't necessarily recommend back-to-back flat ironing your hair. I definitely don't recommend flat ironing it more than 2 or 3 times per year, because even though for those of you who say, well, Karen, I only flat iron my hair once a week, well, that's 52 times a year. Or I only flat iron my hair every other week. Well, that's at least 25 times a year. So it's a lot. So even if you're using the right temperature, the frequency at which you are flat ironing your hair is what may be leading to your heat damaged hair or that loosened curl pattern. And let me tell you something else that's not true. Or let me ask you something. Once your curls, once that disulfide bond is permanently destroyed, do you think your curls will come back? So do you think it's something that you can put in your hair to make your curls revert back curly? No. That bond, again, is permanent. So once it is broken, it is broken. It's not like the hydrogen bond or the salt bond that's temporary, that can break and then you can reform it, with water. It's not like that. It's a permanent bond. So once you have this heat damage or these relaxed curls, then it is nothing you can do to actually get them back, but to cut it off or to trim it gradually. So I encourage you all, if you are someone who puts a lot of heat to your hair, that flat irons your hair, or if you are someone that's going natural, you're transitioning to your natural hair, please do not transition with solely flat ironing your hair. It does not help your hair at all. And you're going to be disappointed that you go through this transition of transitioning from relaxed to natural, only to discover that your natural hair is not healthy either. And also, I wanted to give you one more tip. When you come out of your blowout or your silk press or your flat iron, do a protein treatment then as well, because again, heat is what breaks down the bonds of your hair. So you just want to re-strengthen the hair. Moisturizing treatments are great. Make sure you get in the habit of doing regular moisturizing treatments. But when you are applying a lot of heat to your hair, I recommend that you do a protein treatment, because a protein treatment helps to rebuild and to strengthen the hair and strengthen the hair shaft. If you don't know of a good protein treatment, I'll drop one below in the description so that you can consider this particular protein treatment. It is absolutely one of my favorites. Okay, guys, I just wanted to pop in and just share my thoughts really about this heat training. Don't even say my hair is heat trained, because when I hear that, all I hear is my hair is damaged by heat. So y'all don't say it. Curl House community, don't say my hair is heat trained. Say my hair is healthy. My hair is fabulous. I am fabulous. Say anything other than my hair is heat trained. Okay, guys, if you're looking for a product line that is going to support the moisture of your hair, I encourage you to consider the Curl House collection of products, which I designed to help grow and stimulate growth at the root, to moisturize and keep your hair hydrated, strong, and growing. Okay, guys, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, like the channel so that you do not miss a video in the future, and until we talk again.